Next is Jean-Pierre Bolat.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for allowing us to testify today. I had written a 4-page testimony, but I've crossed most of it out because I think everything's been covered very, very well by people more qualified than I to cover the issues. There's been some great hardships, and I think you've heard them in this room. Some of them brought me to tears. And I would like to comment on Senator Coleman's point that he made to Ms. Toe, I believe, that he deeply regrets what happened to her. Well, I'm going to offer to all of you, if you deeply regret the injustices that happened to these people, change the system. Use your power to change this system. And I also would like to say something to Senator Coleman. I wish he were here, but it's my fault that people were clapping back there because I started it. There's a well of emotion in this room. When children are at stake, there's a huge well of emotion. And at this point, I'd like to say that I'm so deeply saddened, Representative Gonzalez, for your loss. I lost my brother at the same age that your son was. And I can feel for that. And I feel for everybody in this room who have lost children at the hands of GALs, judges, and a dysfunctional system. And I'd like to use a little bit of my time, Mr. Bellringer, don't ring yet, but to applaud all of the people who had the courage to come here today.
Thank you. And as Senator Coleman said, I also have to reiterate, we would really appreciate if we just please testify and not resort to either.
I apologize if I used my time inappropriately. Moving forward, my name is Jean-Pierre Bolat. I've been a lifelong resident of Connecticut since 1965. Except for the 20-plus years I've spent serving my country in the United States Navy abroad. I returned to this state in 2010 to file a divorce and to save my children from a very, very bad situation that I am not allowed to speak about because I don't want my children to ever know what had happened. I lost approximately $130,000 due to lawyers and GAL fees. And about another $100,000 to uproot my family from Japan to bring them back here to safety. I'll move on. Let me tell the story. A year ago, I testified. I testified about my GAL. I testified that after $20,000+, all he could say to me is, "What do you want me to do?" And I said to him 3 weeks ago, do the same thing that I just said to you. Use your power. Use your authority. Correct the wrongs. And he said, but I can't tell the mother what to do. That was his answer. I cannot tell her what to do to stop alienating my children against me. My children deserve a better life. All of our children deserve a better life. Use your powers to stop the alienation. On a final thought, I received an email. I think it was, I don't know who I got it from, but I believe it was from Attorney Dornfeld, and I would like, I never met you, but I believe that's you over there. I would like an apology. Your description of those of us in this room testifying today as extremely disgruntled litigants, court-watching cases in an attempt to intimidate judges, GALs, and lawyers, and wearing T-shirts. I apologize that I didn't bring my T-shirt today, but if you can show me where I can buy one, I would
Mr.
really
Bolat,
want it.
if you can please direct your testimony to the members of the committee.
Okay.
And if you could please summarize.
I'll summarize now. I'll add one more thing to Senator Kissel. I believe your numbers are wrong. I'm not a mathematician, but I do have 2 master's degrees. The number of people complaining about the injustices in the system compared to the number of people today who agree with the system are about 99 to 1, opposite of your statement earlier where you said 90% of the people who have GALs are happy. The only reason the rest of the people who are unhappy are not here is because they're probably working their butts off to take care of their children and to pay their legal fees. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Other questions?
Well, I got a comment.
Representative Gonzalez, do you
I
have a
got a
question?
comment. Thank you very much for coming. I know that like everybody else, you're going through a lot, with the kids and losing, the money. I know that everybody's discussing how we can put an end to this. A lot of people, they don't believe, they don't trust the system anymore, and I agree with that. But hopefully, we will try to put an end to that. I know that not every system is perfect. I know that this is really out of perfect. The system is totally corrupt, and it's a broken system. But hopefully we'll come up with a bill that really will, try to fix the problem. And again, maybe we won't get everything the first year. This is our first year. Maybe we won't get everything in the first year. But, we're not going to give up. We're not going to give up. We're going to fight for our kids day by day until we resolve the problem. The system is broken, and maybe we're not going to come up with a perfect bill this year. But if we all stick together and don't give up, we will improve the system with a lot of faith.
I agree, ma'am. Thank you very much for your leadership.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other questions or comments? Senator Kissel?
Thanks. I don't have any doubt in my mind that the vast majority of people that are here to testify are not happy with the system. Further, when it's a contentious divorce, both sides are going to be unhappy quite often. What I was commenting on before was that in speaking to folks in the family court system, the vast majority of those cases go through. They're not totally happy. Divorce is not a happy thing, but depending on how the spouses get along, it can be less egregious than in other instances where the parties absolutely don't get along. So there's sort of two theories that we're listening to this afternoon. One is just get rid of the whole system. If there are any good points in the proposed bill, that would be good to hear. But I understand exactly where you're coming from, and I also wanted to thank you for your service to our country.
Thank you, Senator. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Representative Gonzalez?
Thank you for the second time. And yes, I got the email. And yes, she's very, very specific, and she said that all the parents, they are complaining. They are disgruntled parents. So that means that all of us, because I'm also involved. So, but it's pathetic, that she put something like this in writing because, well, she's a guardian ad litem. She's fighting for her, for her pocket, and that's one thing that is very clear. But what do you expect from a person that is fighting for her life, like that? Well, anyway, thank you. But I also got that email. Thank you.
Are there other questions or comments? Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.